Okay, good morning. Welcome to
FamilyMath471.
FamilyMath471. So this is a really fun little project inspired by Stephen Torgat's tweet from a project he was doing with his students at Cornell. And so, what do we have here?
We have a circle that's divided into 16 sections. Each of them is a slightly different color.
Yeah. So we've got a circle cut into 16 pieces. So this is going to be a project about, a really fun project about a circle. And what are some things that you know about circles? Can you start?
Well, they have no sides. They're infinite sides.
Okay. Either they have no sides or infinite sides. It's hard to tell.
And they can be divided up indefinitely. So you can divide these up into smaller parts, and you can just keep dividing.
That's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. What are some things you know about circles?
How to calculate the area, perimeter.
Okay. How do you do the perimeter?
So the perimeter actually is called the circumference, but it's 2 pi times the radius of our circle.
Pi?
Mm-hmm.
Pi? What is pi?
It's the ratio of the circumference to the diameter.
Ah, okay. So circles have an interesting property called, and that property has a name, pi. And it's a number, and it's the ratio of the circumference, how far around is the circle, to the diameter of the circle. I may not have said that very well, because it's 7 o'clock in the morning, but how far around divided by how far across. And that's called pi.
It's always around 3. It's always 3.1415.
Yeah, and the surprising thing is it's the same for any circle.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. But you said you also knew how to calculate the area.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Pi times the radius squared.
Pi times the radius squared. Yeah. And that is what we are going to study today. How do we know from the definition of pi that the circumference is 2 pi times the radius? How do we know that the area is then pi r squared? Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to look at, and we're going to use Stephen Torgatz's picture here to help us.
Okay.
Okay. So we cut this out, and we're going to use our cutouts for the next video.